filling Megan and Jason in last time, in which we did not kill you or anybody else. Uh, Lupa is still with us. So the party did some shopping in Forest Haven and supplied up, decided to go ahead and purchase a covered wagon and a team of two draft horses for the long journey northward to the town of Tranquility, which is at the foot of the mountain upon which sits the monastery of the Cobalt Soul, former home of your companion Kahavai, and in search of someone, or at least direction in terms of who can heal or restore Lupa out of her magically induced coma, and maybe get some answers or find out what the next step in this quest you've started off on is. And so you set off northward along the into the prairie, the rolling hills, north of Forest Haven. There you can see the map, kind of skirting the Rift Run hills to the east. The road winds its way with open prairie on your west and the hills on your east. Rumors of knoll ambushes and attacks have been rampant uh, as ever since you left Forest Haven. And in fact, you did spend the night, and several nights you noticed something or someone snooping around the edge of the camp, not really ever entering the camp, but you didn't get a good look at them or anything. But there's definitely been a presence out in the prairie as you made camp each night. You pass coming south a caravan that has been pretty well beat up and destroyed by a knoll ambush, and Sug did some healing on two of the gravely wounded passengers in um, one of the wagons. You spoke briefly to a couple of survivors, and they warned you that the road north towards Tranquility is definitely knoll country. So, with all that, um, you traveled on, made camp another night, woke up, and now it's the morning of a new day. And what would you guys like to do? You can see, if you see on the map, Fergus Jr.'s marker is roughly your position. The town of Tranquility. Let's see. Town of Tranquility is here. It's hard. There is a road on the map, but it didn't show up for some reason. But it pretty much follows right here. You're about to turn north into the hills for a little while before you finally make it to Tranquility. The monastery of the Cobalt Soul is up here in the mountains.
Each hex is how far?
About a day.
Yeah, about a day.
Oh wait, we've got horses. A little bit less.
So you've made good. Yeah, so a day on foot. So like you can do a hex and a half or so. You've got a good solid 3 days. You estimate maybe.
Zook's picking spells.
So you have had a long rest since encountering the wounded caravan. So you get your spells back.
Zook's picking spells. You guys figure out.
I think we just continue on unless anybody has any objections or ideas. Otherwise,
Kahavai and I are in the front, right? With the wagon,
yeah.
guiding the wagon.
Yep.
And everybody else is in the back? Is that how it was?
That
Luca
is
was
how it
definitely
was.
in the back.
And Fergus Jr. is, I think, walking outside. I think.
Yeah, I remember we made Fergus Jr. walk.
So sad.
We like how can we can keep up on foot, right? If the wagon's on.
It's a you can with your longer stride, but even then, it's still a little bit of a jog. The wagon is big, but it's easily pulled by the two draft horses um, that you purchased. Think like Budweiser, Clydesdale kind of.
So my thought is this: should should I get out of the wagon and go on foot? Right, Fergus is out on foot. I'll be out on foot. Either Sug is doing her thing. Um, Siobhan could come up front with you, Kahavai. So we're kind of all out in the open. So when we get attacked, we can kind of move a little bit towards the baddies faster. That was my line of thinking. It's going on foot and leaving you, Kahavai, on the wagon, guiding the wagon.
And who would be in the back with Lupa? We probably need to leave at least one
Sug would
offensive
be in back,
person.
right? Sug's kind of doing her spells.
Sue, do you have offensive stuff to fight people off?
So always have offensive stuff. Pulls out the little vial of the eyeball goo and uncaps it and holds it in the direction and with.
So the only thing I would say to that plan is like we probably need to leave Fergus or Siobhan in the back with Lupa. Like somebody with more than eyeball goo needs to stay back there with her.
What if like
I
one of
feel
us
like
is
probably Siobhan would stay back because I've got some spells too and stuff. And would it make sense to take Fergus as a fighter, as a ranger with you?
well, he's already outside. Like he's like we have the wagon, right?
Yeah.
And there's all of us are kind of in the wagon except for Fergus. And
Right.
No,
Ju-
Fergus Jr. was who we made walk.
Oh.
We didn't make
His
Fergus
hyena.
walk in the
oh, I
hyenas
thought it
riding.
was Fergus. Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, that mean
Take
okay.
Fergus and Fergus Jr. with you guys, and I can stay back with Lupa and Sug as protection. I mean, not that Siobhan's track record is the best, but she can give it a shot.
First time for everything.
Okay, and one other thought here, guys. What if Siobhan and Kahavai switch places because Siobhan has ranged stuff and I'm more of like a closer fighting person? I mean, I guess I can throw darts, but Siobhan has way more ranged abilities.
When she hits her target.
Well,
Correct.
that applies to all of us, dear.
I feel
Oh.
like Siobhan is just a very clumsy being.
Oh my goodness, it's a giant wagon!
The suit.
Oh,
So cool.
Up.
All right, hold on. So, all right. So
Oh.
Fergus
Help! Fergus Jr. is attacking!
Jr. And let's see. Kahavai is driving. No Tongue is
So
walking.
Siobhan and I are gonna switch places. So Siobhan's gonna drive and I'm gonna be in the back with Lupa and Sue.
I have to pick my spell skill.
Okay.
Crazy.
Okay, Lupa's back there, so something like this. We can.
Yep.
Just so I know who's where.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. So just so you know, driving the wagon is easy. It doesn't require any sort of animal handling check unless you're in combat. So if you get attacked or something like that, and you want to actually try to do something with the horses, that's going to require animal handling skills. So. Just so you know.
Oh.
Oh,
I think I'm lagging out. Hey. Nope. Wait. Are you lagging out? Yeah.
I'll have you make perception checks a couple of times along during the day, trying to keep your eyes peeled and stuff. So, all right, for the morning, go ahead, everyone, make a perception check, and let me know if you get.
Is this a visual?
It is visual. I mean, it's definitely visual elements. I mean, it obviously, if you hear something, you hear something too. But
It's in the
I got a
morning.
15.
Is it sunny?
21.
all right,
18.
Sorry, I was lagging. What are we rolling?
Perception check.
just perception.
Is the sun
But
out?
with a 21 and an 18, like
20.
you guys take the morning. The morning goes uneventfully. You're moving more and more out of the prairie and the rolling hills and the tall grass, and more into like brown hills that rise up, and places are cut by deep ravines and gullies as water is poured down and eroded away hillsides. There are steeper banks to the hills. It's less slopes and more kind of sharper edge. It's still made out of like dirt and soil, which has this kind of chalky um, dirt looking feel to it, filled with small sharp pebbles. It's very dry. Haven't received any rain in quite a while, it seems like. There's a hot wind, even though it's kind of mid spring, the wind is kind of hot blowing up from the south. Up ahead, you do see growing taller the peaks of the Alpenthorn Mountains in the distance, but they're sort of hazy with the heat and the atmosphere that's between you and them. And so you make your way through the morning time. It comes up to noon. Go ahead and make another perception check.
Siobhan is 16.
And Kahabai got 16.
22.
Fergus got a natural 20
Ooh,
or 22.
nice.
9.
Nice. Okay. Fergus, especially, but also No Tongue. Like you're as you move through the day, you've really left the prairie behind you. You're in, um, like you're in the Rift Run Hills now. You can see. You don't see any signs of of anything that raises your suspicion or hear anything that makes you feel like you're in any imminent danger. Like everywhere this wagon travels seems to be a perfect spot for an ambush. I mean, just because of the road kind of running in a lower part and the hills being everywhere, there's just any number of places where arrows might start flying out of from behind rocks, and there's just tons of hiding places. Especially, you feel like if the attackers know the land well, which these gnolls almost certainly do. So you're very much on edge, uh, but so far you haven't really noticed anything specific to raise your awareness. You feel like you would have with how keen your eyesight has been. So, okay. Late afternoon and into the evening, the sun is starting to set, and it's sort of getting a little bit more difficult to see and to spot things. So, go ahead and make another perception check.
So I'm not gonna roll advantage on this one then.
Siobhan got a natural 1 with a -1, so I got a 0.
Nice.
No, that was possible.
You said the
I
sun's
got a
starting to go down?
7.
Fergus got a natural 20 again.
Wow. All right. Get them out now. That's good. So late afternoon, dusk starts to fall, the sun starts to sink below the hills. It's not too long before the road that you're traveling on is completely enveloped in shadows from the hills that are flanking it on either side. The air has cooled quite dramatically over a very short period of time, and a breeze just seems to flow up through between the hills, rustles the canvas dome of the wagon as you kind of got to the end of this day, in which the rhythm of the horse's hooves and the creaking of the wagon and the wheels as they go over the uneven ground has lulled you and rocked you to this sort of road weariness as the sun sets below the horizon. Um, you still, Fergus, still even with his elf eyes, does not notice any imminent threats. So it's now evening. There may be an hour of sunlight or that kind of hazy twilight left. What would you like to do?
Let's see if there's a place to make camp for the evening.
Okay.
Are we like
Fergus,
out in, like, is there cover and stuff where we're at?
there's lots
Or
of
pretty
cover.
on?
There's lots of hills, and again, as you traveled, well, you guys weren't here last week, so last week you noticed at intervals on the road places where caravans and other wagon parties have made camps in sheltered spots. So
Okay.
it's not too hard to find one of those. Fergus, do you have your background? Does it let you like find camps and stuff like that? I know you get like some kind of superpower.
He is natural explorer, so favored terrain is forest. So
Okay, this is
particularly
not
familiar with that natural environment and
right. All
traveling
right,
and surviving.
yeah.
Is
So
that his
you're
background?
or his trait or whatever.
Yeah, that's one of his features. One of his traits, yeah.
Ranger.
Okay, well you're in the kind of plains, sort of hills area, so not forest. But still, yeah, you find an area. If you want to make a survival check to sort of check its suitability, I mean, you're free to do that. But it's clear a lot of people have made camp in this spot. So, okay, okay. So you do make camp. Um, uh, light a fire, no fire, set a watch. What's the plan for the evening?
I would say a watch. Do you guys agree?
Definitely
Oh,
a
yeah.
watch.
Definitely
I
a
think we
watch.
should not light a fire.
I agree.
Try to not draw attention to ourselves.
Okay.
And most of us have dark vision, at least somewhat. So
I'm the only one that doesn't, I think.
Did No Tongue attune to the drift globe, or I don't remember if it even
Oh.
needs attunement.
Totally forgot all about that.
Yeah. I'll stop giving you magic items if you just forget about them. Jeez.
Wow, I was so focused on the
on
stupid
the cloak
cape.
of billowing.
Yeah.
So take it.
Hey.
So, okay. So a fireless camp. You settle in for the evening. Lupa, throughout all of this, has just maintained her state. You manage to, at regular times throughout the day, she will drink water. If you just sort of pour it into her mouth, she'll just sort of reflexively drink it. Same way with little morsels of bread and almost said trail biscuits, but I think that means something else. But you know what I mean.
Pre-chewed
Rations, pre-chewed. Yes, Sue, just kind of mama birds, some
You know
jerky.
it. You know it.
There. So, that's the kobold way, after
Yep.
all. So
That's how
that's what
you
your mom
feed the
did for
young.
you. Yeah. So she's just sort of laid on her pallet. Ma Timbers gave her a nice little quilted sleeping bag as a as a as a bonus for buying the wagon. You buy a new car from Ma Timber and you get a quilted sleeping bag for free. So you're gonna set a watch. What's the sleeping arrangement for those who are not on watch? So there's room for two in the wagon, and then there's room. You can pull out the canvas. You make a little tent to sleep under the wagon. The sky is clear. You see more stars than you've ever seen before. Fergus, it's almost disorienting. You're so used to the forest and the trees. Having this much sky and horizon makes you feel like uh, you're gonna somehow just fall off the earth up into the sky, like so. But it's a nice night, although it is getting somewhat cold.
So who's sleeping in the wagon? And who's taking first watch?
I can take first watch.
All right, I'll take first watch with you, and then I'll sleep under the tent when it's not my turn to watch. Where's everybody else sleeping?
I'll sleep under the tent on the other side. I assume No Tongue's gonna be by
You don't really sleep much.
Lupa. Then I'll switch. Or yeah.
Yeah, just do your thing.
Yeah, I don't sleep much, so I'll probably just
So you just meditate essentially.
I'll just
Outside.
meditate outside.
Okay. Okay, so I've got Kahavai, Siobhan, first watch. Who's gonna take second watch?
I'll take second watch.
Fergus raised his hand. He's shoving food in his mouth, but
Boom.
he said he could do it too.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
dude, sorry.
Ferg- That's okay.
And then
Was
No
that
Tongue's last
it's
watch.
it was a drift globe?
Uh-huh.
Fergus could probably take second and third watch, like with Sug and with No Tongue, since he only meditates for 4 hours. So if he does that during first watch, right,
Yeah, No Tongue needs somebody.
with dark vision, would that make sense and still give him rest?
Yeah, because I don't know if I should
Yeah.
use this. So first off, Deuce, it doesn't look like it needs to have attunement.
Doesn't need attunement. Okay.
And then I don't know if I should use that. Same reason not to set a fire.
Yeah.
I mean, like not right away, but if we end
yeah,
up fighting, yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Hold
So
on. No tongue.
Kahavai,
No tongue. I have a pan flute. I'm gonna hand it to you and tell you if there's bad things to blow on it, and I'll show you which end to blow in the pan flute.
Okay.
Yeah,
I almost want to test it with you, but then
I
think
know.
otherwise. Like, no. Okay.
okay,
Hey,
who is sleeping in the wagon while No Tongue is on watch?
I'll jump in the
So,
wagon because we're the watch
Okay.
before. Yeah, so I'll just go in the wagon.
Okay. Okay. Okay, you settle in for the evening. Kahavai and Siobhan do make perception checks.
That was a natural 20 for a 22.
Hey,
That was a natural 1 with a -1.
yes.
Wow. There we
So
go.
the average.
No, I don't want your dice. Mine will be fine.
That's so funny.
I'm getting them out of the way now.
Dice jail. Okay. Kahavai and Siobhan, you settle in outside the wagon. You come, a few yards away just to be able to have the ability to see into the camp as well as out into the surrounding. Um, and so you find a perch hidden. Make stealth checks for me too while you're at it. That'd be great.
What kind of test? What was that?
Stealth.
I mean, does it really matter with me? Let's be honest here.
uh,
Stealth check.
make it with advantage because
Ooh.
it's night and you've had a chance to pick your spot.
12. That's with advantage.
Ah,
She's muted.
And no camera, no face,
No tongue.
no brains. Oh wait,
Oh.
Oh wait, hang on.
ooh, she's muted. She may still be able to hear you.
so if I disappear, I just want witnesses.
Well, we'll see her coming up from behind.
I
Let's see how
know.
her stealth check is.
I know.
She's that stealthy.
We'll find out what you were on stealth real soon. Hold on. Stop!
Do you want me to roll for you? I can.
Yeah, so roll stealth. She got a 21.
Nice.
No
Okay.
wonder.
There's a reason we went together.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So you take your places on watch as the rest of the party settles down. Pretty soon you hear the rhythmic breathing to let you know that they've kind of fallen into a sleep. The day was long and wearying. Like, as you watch, which one got the 20? The natural 20? Was it Kabai?
No, the other one. Siobhan.
Siobhan got the natural
Yeah.
20 on your perception? Okay.
No.
Oh, you got it?
No, I did.
12.
That was
Kahavai.
Yeah. Okay.
Ka. I got a 1 with a
Oh,
-1.
That's right. Yeah.
Kahabai, towards the end of your watch, you don't necessarily see. You kind of think you hear something, kind of off to the east. There's a moment in which you kind of look up at the crest of one of the hills, and you swear you see along the ridge line of the hill, just some stars that sort of blink out and then come right back as though something moved between you and them just very quickly. But it's so fast and so faint, you kind of feel like it might even have been your imagination. But you settle in for the next 30 minutes, and the last 30 minutes or 45 minutes of your watch, and you don't hear anything else or notice anything else. And then your watch comes to a close, and then soon after, Fergus and Sug comes to relieve you of your watch.
Dog boy.
Guys, you might want to keep your eyes on the hills. I swear I saw something, but it was so fast. I just keep your eyes on the hills.
I think it was just your head because I didn't see anything.
I mean, I'm not gonna say that's not a possibility, but
No, struggling pretty strong.
And I feel
yeah.
like I was paying attention quite well.
Okay.
Dog
Okay.
person.
So Fergus and Sug, I want each of you to make me a perception check as well as a
Constitution saving throw.
Constitution as you feel a sharp pinch at your neck. No, a perception check and a dang, what are the words? Stealth.
Stealth with advantage for stealth.
With advantage for stealth.
23 perception check.
12.
You said advantage for
I
stealth?
got a 12 for perception.
Oh, 19 stealth.
And what is my
With advantage. Roll again.
stealth?
Mm-hmm. 2.
And 11 for stealth.
Okay.
Doggy boy. Where did you get Doggy from? Why did he follow you?
Sug.
Yep.
About an hour and a half into your watch, like roughly halfway through your watch, you notice a dark, shadowy figure creeping around the far side of the wagon. Moving very stealthily. It seems to almost be crawling forward. Yes, chasing on the as I'm back in of the wagon for a moment, looking into the wagon. You can hear a kind of snuffling sound. No Tongue is in the wagon, sleeping next to Lupa.
Oh my goodness.
So that's what you
I
see.
am going to. It's a. All right. I'm casting spiritual weapon.
Okay.
It is going to be. It's going to be a mini no tongue, and it's going to position itself between the figure and the wagon, and going to yell out, "Stop!" as loud as little Sue can yell.
Okay. Fergus, you have no trouble hearing this. The others who are sleeping, except for No Tongue, make a perception check with disadvantage.
Oh no!
As soon as it bolts or starts to, if it moves
7
quickly, I'm gonna attack.
4.
too.
I'm really tired.
Okay. So the figure immediately straightens up, and you see this. It's a 7 foot tall humanoid figure. He has the inverted ankles of a canine that he stands up on, and as he comes up to his full height, he turns his head, and as he turns, you can see the long snout of a canine face, shaggy, matted fur, kind of highlighted by the light of the moon as it kind of comes up out of the shadows. It's startled as your spiritual weapon takes form just in the back half of the wagon between it and its intended targets, and kind of gives a take an attack with spiritual weapon.
Attack. Here we go. 16.
16 hits.
Yes. For. Oh, come on, roll. Oh, do I have to roll for 1d8 plus? Oh, there you go. 7. 7
All right.
spiritual damage.
All right. Tiny No Tongue takes his tiny little Goliath fist and punches it right in the doggy snout for 7 points of, is it radiant damage? I don't know.
I think it's just
Damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Fergus, you hear Sug screech. You see the same figure. What are you going to do?
I am going to use a spell.
You only got one from.
I know I only have one. Frostbite. I'm going to use that.
Okay.
Is that 1d6? Is that what this is?
You rolled a hit, or do I roll?
There's a looks like a constitution. So you cause numbing frost to form on one creature that you can see within range. Target must make a constitution saving throw. On a failed save, the target takes 1d6 cold damage and has disadvantage
Okay.
on weapon attack roll.
Okay. What's his con? Okay. All right, so you cast your spell and you feel the air around your hands like go unnaturally cold, and you see this sort of in the moonlight, the sort of shimmering waves of cold energy sort of convalesce around or coalesce around the target. He just sort of shakes for a second. His fur kind of sticks out a little bit, and you sort of see him, and doesn't seem to have any effect on him. So.
Can Fergus Jr. do something to her, or does that count as an action?
Oh yeah,
Or
no. So for Fergus Jr. to attack, I think it takes an action on. I think it takes one of Fergus's actions, but Fergus Jr. can move, or I think that's the rule.
No, I'm good at the moment.
Okay. Okay. All right. At this, the knoll, because certainly that's what this is, right? Ducks back down, kind of lets go of the end of the wagon, retreats somewhat. Does spiritual weapon get attacks of opportunity or not?
No.
Okay. And turns and darts as fast as he can into the night. Okay. Fergus and Sug, what are y'all gonna do?
We're gonna crawl inside and check on Lupa and No Tongue and wake up No Tongue if he's still asleep. With the little No Tongue. No Tongue's gonna float over and like start poking other No Tongue in the face.
Okay. No tongue, you are awakened by a miniature celestial looking translucent version of yourself. And Soog's snout inches from your face.
Yep. Thank you.
Kind of push him away. Like, I don't know what's going on.
Can I dodge it?
Both of them.
Can
Stuff
I
of a
roll?
hangman.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Who, me?
Yeah. And
Anybody?
then I'll point and then like
Danger! Danger! Dog
Okay.
face!
Are me
I
and Ka still sleeping? Have we not been awakened by
Yeah,
all?
you guys like Fergus and Soog can wake you up, but you didn't hear Soog's initial scream, and then they
Okay.
made 2 quick attacks, and the knoll started off. We could say like the knoll retreating and snarling and that sort of stuff kind of woke you up, and so you're sort of groggily coming back to.
as I exit, I don't know which way I'm exiting. Whichever way is easier. I would sign to Soog, like which way.
and I'll point the direction of.
All right.
Yeah.
And oh,
Well, actually, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna make little notes and float
No.
around and do stuff until he disappears.
I actually, I'm gonna pull the drift globe out, but not. I don't know how that thing works.
You have to. I think it's just a command word, and it just sort of hovers around you and goes wherever you. It'll go wherever you tell it to. I think.
But okay, so it just by exposing it, it doesn't turn it on.
Right.
It also says that it has a cantrip, light at will.
Yeah, that's the turning it on. Did he run towards the trees or like which direction did they run off?
There aren't really any trees. He ran sort of west from where
Okay.
your camp is, sort of back up into the
Okay.
up in the hill. Everywhere is hills basically, but sort of.
Yeah.
So it's a maze of gullies and ravines and hills and.
Remember, Mama Lurky
So I
said,
have
dog face fart.
and I'm out in the dark around wherever I'm at on the wagon, just looking. You know.
And I'm clearly just confused, trying to figure out like what is going on right now.
Dog faces! Mama Lurky said, dog face smart. Bad. Bad smart.
And little no tongues nodding around.
So there were gnolls. There was a gnoll. Are you
Yeah,
going to speak to us? Are you going to tell us what's happening?
Oh, me?
Yes.
Yes, there's a knoll.
You can make an investigation check around where you saw the knoll to see if you can pick up the trail if you want.
I'm trading you in.
Little no
I'm
tongues.
literally Helen Keller outside in this going around the wagon. Like I'm like have one hand on the wagon. I can't hear or see.
Yep.
So the question
So-
is, do we chase after the one or do we just move on? We can't stay here.
So I've got 19 investigation.
Okay. You see where the knoll was at the edge of the wagon. You see the direction he ran off. And so you've got the start of a trail. Survival would let you track him into the hills if that's what you want to do.
What do you guys think we should do? Do we want to follow it to see if there's more? Do we want to stay? Do we want to up and just continue on our way tonight?
Sid wants to fight.
No
In the
tongues.
background of this discussion, I'm like,
Yeah. And little no tongues like darting around your head and like whacking you in different parts because you can't
How long
see
does
him.
Little No Tongue last?
Yeah.
It's
1 minute.
great for color.
Yeah.
Okay.
1 minute.
I mean, do we know? Megan, don't know much about gnolls. So, is that something that would be posing a threat that we would want to follow it to see where it's coming from? Like that kind of creature? Would my character know that? Know
Oh,
anything about
your
them?
character knows that every gnoll scalp is 10 gold.
Oh,
Yeah, so that's
okay.
We
10
did
gold
find out in
registration.
the last session that they are usually they have a what was it, a captain?
There's
And
a
there
big
was a
one.
number that they gave us, like 8 to 10 or something.
Yeah, there's like 8, a group of 8 running around, and one of them is like huge. Like we're 3 gnolls, I think.
Okay. What do you guys want to do? Shall we follow it?
I say we don't go looking for a fight.
Since when does the ranger not want to fight?
I'm just saying, 8 to 10 of them with a. Well, what's the average height of a gnoll? Is the 7-foot gnoll the biggest one, or is that like the average height? And we're looking at potentially fighting a 20-foot gnoll.
No, 7 foot, definitely the boss. Everything else is
Okay.
easier.
So he's your height.
He's
Make
definitely the hardest.
a
He'll be fine.
make a survival check or just a general intelligence.
Which one? Me or Fergus?
Anybody who wants to try to know,
Oh man.
see what you know about gnolls.
Alright. I'll do intelligence because it's lower. Oh, it's still 13.
I've got a 5.
I got 19.
Okay, Fergus, you
16.
know. Okay, yeah, Fergus and Ka, like you guys know, like gnolls average, between 6 and 7 feet. This particular individual was clearly some sort of scout, and so he may have been of the less beefy and more lanky, dexterous like build. So he might have been a little bit taller. So, but average Knoll like 6'6", 7.
So let's put it to a
See,
vote. Shall we
really
follow
quick.
it? What do you think?
The trail that we've been on, is it like clear enough that we could actually follow it in the dark? Or are
Probably have
we
to light
just
it.
setting ourselves up for hurt here?
You can
If we
move. You can move at half speed. Kind of, it would be considered like difficult terrain in the dark. Right now, let's see. So, so it's around. It's roughly 2 a.m. at this point. Um, so we'll say, with the time you took to, make the camp and have your dinner before you got settled in, those of you who did sleep did get the benefit of a long rest because I'm a generous DM, and I don't think you really need it. Like so you wouldn't be, you at least wouldn't be exhausted or anything if you pushed. So
Yep.
and then the other question I have is if we were to head in the direction that this knoll was going, is that someplace that like that's not going to be someplace we can take the wagon, right? Like we'd have to leave the wagon.
you would most likely at some point have to ditch the wagon and the horses, or at least leave it behind. Like the trail, the road, which is still basically only 2 wagon ruts in the flatter ground that you've been over. Like it goes this way, Noel went that way.
I
Horses will
say we push
definitely be fine.
forward.
What?
Push forward, just on the trail. But
I think us being attacked by the gnolls are inevitable.
Gonna happen
But
again.
I agree with Siobhan that we should move from where the scout just discovered us.
Set booby
Well,
trap
and if they're
next
gonna
time.
come find us again, like, do we really need to track them down? If we figure they're gonna be back at some point.
I think if we go into the darkness where they're at, they'll have the advantage at this point. What did Sue try saying twice?
Make a booby trap next time.
Booby trap.
I agree. I think we need to move on.
Am I lagging?
No, you said booby trap.
Yep.
That's what I said.
That's the thing that I said.
What kind of skill would you need for that?
Tinkering, maybe?
To set a booby trap?
Yeah.
Mm,
I mean, survival. If you want, depending on what kind of trap you wanted to set. You wanted to set like a snare or something like Johnny Rambo.
We have all the rope.
we do have rope.
All the rope.
And
Okay.
I think we have the alchemist fire too. So
Yeah.
All right, so are we moving
Moving on.
onwards and upwards?
Yep.
Okay.
Do it.
All right. So you do travel several hours. You pick up stakes. You start moving down the road. You're going as slow for the first couple of hours. Soon the sky in the east starts to lighten. You see the line of the horizon start to distinguish itself. The darker hills from the lighter pinkish colored sky as the stars fade and the sun begins to peek over the horizon. Your going becomes easier. The trail becomes more discernible. Are you keeping the same marching order and everything as you have progressed so far?
I think Soog's gonna lean out the wagon and just scan the horizon to the west.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check in that case.
Yeah. 7.
All right. Yeah, Sug does not notice anything. Let me see here.
Just staring at No Tongue's head, thinking about doing it again.
Around mid morning, as the sun comes fully over the horizon, you guys, the road is making these sort of not erratic, but they're being forced to follow the curvature of hills, and so it's not like you're just going in a straight line anymore. And so the road goes around the curve of one kind of real prominent outcropping, and actually you find yourself turning back almost to the south. Um, to your west is uh, a little bit of a broad, flat space. To your east, the hill, a prominent hill, just sort of juts out, and the road makes a sharp curve around it. As it does so,
It
I'm
eats
gonna
Fergus.
need. Yeah. Let's see. Hold on. I'm gonna need. I think Kavai was there. Give me just a second.
Yeah.
Oh, did we lose somebody?
I don't think so.
Okay. Okay. Let me see. Is it not showing? Hold on a second. Oh. Down to deep. Okay. Awesome. Okay.
Fancy. Never a good
Fancy.
when we get an up close map, guys.
Well, indeed. What I have been telescoping for days now is coming true.
Oh my
All right,
goodness!
so I need
There's
everyone to
horses.
No Tongue, Fergus, and Siobhan make perception checks for me.
Fergus has 14.
Is this
And
visual?
Siobhan has 13.
Is this visual?
It is visual.
10.
Okay. 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 This is going to take me a minute. So, all right.
Be right back.
You guys proceed along the route. Say you get like here. So give me a minute as I. Okay.
Oh man.
Make a perception check for Fergus Jr. if you can. This is not going to work out exactly right because of the grid, but
No, that's fine. It is a pretty sharp turn, so.
that's right.
Fergus Jr. has 21.
Oh, okay.
His passive perception is 13, it looks like.
Okay. Okay.
Hi, Kaylin. Are you gonna play for Daddy?
We'll wait till Chutney's back.
Yeah. Oh man, Lupa looks a little emo. Hi, Kaylin.
Lupa's a little emo, yeah.
How are you?
Hostile? Oh, she's friendly. She's not hostile. There
Good.
you
You
go.
want to see the puppy?
You want to see puppy? You want to see Kyo? Look at him. He's sleeping on the couch. Can you see him?
That's as close as I can get.
Is Kyo gonna come spend Christmas with us?
Fiona's trying to lick my foot.
Come get your food.
Yeah. Good thing you're not Daddy, otherwise he'd try to pee on your foot.
Nice. your dog pee on Jason?
Yes, he does. Because Jason was his cuddle buddy, so he's super excited to see Jason whenever he does. Open the floodgates of heaven.
It's been 4 weeks at least since combat, and Chuck is holding the whole thing up.
Yeah. I know.
There he is. There he is.
Goodness.
Don't hurt yourself running, old guy.
Does he get to roll disadvantage for his initiative?
I rolled it for him.
There you go.
Okay. Okay, the creaking of the wagon and the rhythmic sort of swaying back and forth of the horses, even though you've been on the road, about 4 hours since breaking camp in the middle of the morning, the wee hours of the morning, and it's already sort of lulled you into this sort of hypnosis that goes along with traveling in this manner long distances. And so you don't even notice it when out of the blue, sort of to your north along the ridgeline, an arrow comes, whizzing off of the ridge. No tongue. You're sort of shocked out of your hypnotic stupor by the sharp pain of an arrow as it pierces your shoulder from out of nowhere is actually a crit. So the arrow digs into just right below your collarbone and that just real meaty part of your shoulder blade, but it's also caught somewhat on your armor for for a critical for only 3 points of damage. Let's see. All right. Been so long. How do I do this? Oh yes. Next. All right. You see kind of a tall dog-like figure rise up from behind a rock just above you and draw his longbow. You see it coming this time, No Tongue, as he looses his another arrow for, let's see, does a 15 hit? No. All right. This time you see it and you manage to use your glaive to deflect it as it comes whizzing at your just at your shoulder, right next to where the other one was. Lupa snoozes.
Did you roll initiatives? Did we roll initiatives?
I did. So the program rolls initiatives for me. So.
How high up is this ridge?
So the first ridge is about 6 feet. The second one is 3 to 4 feet. A good scramble to get up. But yep, you can see it sort of tapers off to the ends, and there's access to the road that you can get to. So another knoll rises up from its hiding place, just one level up, draws his longbow. This time, Siobhan seems to be taking aim at you. Let's go. Does a 13 hit?
It does not hit Siobhan.
Okay. Slams into the seat right next to where you're sitting. Okay. Fergus, make a perception check.
7.
Okay. Make one for Fergus Jr. as well.
1 6 + 3. 19.
19.
Yeah, 19.
All right. You get just a hint of a warning as from the bushes right to the south of you along the road, one of the taller gnolls with a short sword, jagged bladed, kind of spots of rust on the blade and the hilt, notches, rises up and takes a swing at your head. You're able to, because of Fergus Jr.'s like warning as he sort of nudges your leg with his muzzle. Although he's very confused because this is quite a handsome creature that's attacking you here. You're able to kind of like just lean back away from the cut as the blade slices the air where your nose just was. Okay. Siobhan does a 15 hit.
My armor class is 15.
Okay, so it does hit. Like you're still looking down at where the previous arrow struck the seat of the wagon in front of you, when another arrow suddenly appears right next to that one, but this time it catches the side of your thigh and leaves a deep cut gash for 3 points of piercing damage.
That's sad.
Sad day. All right.
You don't sound so broken up about it.
Dude, so
yes.
Because of my fighting style, interception, I'm going to use my reaction to reduce the damage to Siobhan.
Okay.
So it's 1d10 plus 2.
Oh, well, that'll be at least 3, so.
Oh, I got a -2.
What? Oh, Siobhan takes 2 more points of damage as your glaive slices her leg open.
But actually,
no, just kidding.
I got a 12. 10 plus 2.
Oh, yeah. So, like, even through the shock and pain of your own injury, you see the arrow flying towards Siobhan. You're able to stick your glaive out and just deflect it real quickly. And so, Siobhan, you take 0 damage from that.
Ooh.
Nice.
Thanks, No Tongue.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a friend right there.
I know.
Okay. Okay. It's actually Fergus Jr.'s go.
Let's go, Ed.
That's you, friend.
All right. I gotta see the map. Can you open that up?
Yeah.
Oh, he's right here.
So his speed is 50 feet. So is that how far he can go in one turn?
Yes. So that's that's just his move. That's
so if he wanted to like attack and bite, he could get there. Possibly.
I'm not sure if that uses an attack. Hold on. All right, you gain a beast companion, accompanies you in your adventures, and is trained to fight alongside you. The beast obeys your commands and takes its turn on your initiative. Oh, well, we're doing it different. On your turn, you can command the beast where to move, no action required by you, or take the attack, dash, disengage, or help action. If you don't issue a command, the beast takes the dodge action. I don't know if that takes your action or...
Yeah, because all this says is pack tactics. Hyena has advantage on an attack roll against a creature if at least one of the hyena's allies is within 5 feet of the creature and the ally isn't incapacitated. And then he has the melee weapon attack which is his
Which is
bite.
Yep. Yep. Do it. It's good. And he gets
All right.
advantage because he's right next to Daddy-O.
So we're gonna attack. I think that says G2.
One
Goblin 2.
Yep, the one right next to you. Okay.
right here.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, there's a dude right there.
Oh, I didn't even see that one. All right, so that's the one we're gonna go for.
Sounds like a plan.
You got 13.
So attack +2 to hit. So
15.
15.
That hits. Roll damage.
What is damage? 1d6.
1d6 piercing damage.
4.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, Fergus Jr., enraged by the sudden attack on his master, sinks his teeth into the inverted ankle of the knoll, and he kind of gets a yelp of pain as Fergus savages his ankle. Okay. Good deal. Fergus, make another perception check for Fergus Jr. as well.
Fergus Jr. got 19.
+3.
Plus 3, 22.
I think
Okay.
he went 3. For Fergus and Fergus Jr. or just Fergus Jr.?
Both.
Yeah. 18. That's a 16, friend.
How
There's
do
a
you
1.
know?
Because there's a 1 in front of it. It's not a 91.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
Okay.
All right. 18.
Okay. So both you and Fergus Jr. notice kind of off to the south of the road another one of the scout-like knolls that's sort of like hiding in the bushes back there.
He's right there.
I see him.
Can you see him on the map?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
How many of these guys are there?
Like 1,000.
You just keep popping up.
Well, remember wasn't there like 8 to 10? Isn't that what we said before?
Yeah, let's see.
Just the start.
Fergus Jr.
It's like half.
Oh, it didn't roll initiative. Okay.
He rolled initiative for everyone but our characters.
Yeah, that's kind of what happened. Yeah. It was
They just keep shooting us.
Well, I thought that was too much fun. How do I make it roll initiative now?
Starts over.
Okay.
They just all got their first free shot. Now initiative starts over.
There you go. Surprise round.
There you go.
That sounds fair to me.
I think that works. As long as we're in the mix this time.
I mean, we were surprised, so.
Best DM ever. Okay. Yeah, surprise round. Fergus Jr. got to go, though, so that's good.
All the canines had their chance.
All right. Back to the top of the round. Noel shoots again at No Tongue. Arrow flies wild, misses. Next Noel again at No Tongue because he's giant and right there. Arrow again. Somehow he misses the target. Thuds into the wagon wheel right next to you. Now, No Tongue, it is your turn.
I blow the pan flute like Suhik had instructed me. They fling it.
You hear it.
So, could I climb up this ridge?
Can you? Yes, it's possible.
Athletic?
How big are you gonna
Athletics?
be? Are you gonna blow yourself up?
I don't know. I was gonna.
Then you could just like step.
Here's the thing. All right. I kind of wanted to do it, but then I saw all these archers, and I'm like, I don't want to make myself an easier target.
Fair. That's fair.
Make an athletic check if you're going to try and climb straight up.
So it's 5 feet, right?
The cliff where you are is 5 to 7 feet.
I meant the grid is 5 feet a box.
Yes, 5 feet.
So if I could go 10 feet up, 10 feet north, and then go 10 feet to the east to get to, is that an O1 or a G1?
G1.
Um,
So like that?
Yeah. I just don't know how tall that ridge is. I'm assuming it's less than
6
where
feet.
So at that point, it's about 4 feet. Like difficult terrain. Make an athletics check to just make sure you don't fall on your butt.
16.
Yeah, you're good. So you managed to scramble up the cliff, like dirt falling down.
Okay. So I'm going to attack G1.
Okay. I like how it tracks your movement now. It didn't used to do that.
Yeah, is this new?
That's cool.
It must have been an update. Yeah.
Wait, why? Suddenly my character doesn't have any.
That's what you get for slow playing the pan flute.
What are you looking for?
Oh, there it is. I had, for some reason, all of my equipment wasn't activated or.
Yeah, mine too. I had to re-equip stuff.
Okay, so I'm
I
attacking.
was that for us too. Like, where did it all go?
22.
22 definitely hits.
Okay. So I'm gonna do two. Well, let's see. I'm gonna. Well, let me read this. Hold on. All actions. It's the same. Okay, I'm going to invoke the fire ruin on this attack.
Okay.
So it summons fiery shackles on the target. So it's going to take an additional 2d6 fire damage and must do a strength saving throw.
Ooh. What's the DC on the saving throw?
12. And then 2d6.
All right, roll damage.
Okay, so I did a total of 23 damage.
Dang.
I rolled a 14 on the regular damage and then a 9 on the fiery additional damage.
Wow. Okay, so it does not matter what the strength saving throw that he failed does, because as you bring the glaive down, the runes of fire on the blade start to glow intensely as you cleave just completely through it. It cuts through the Knoll's body like a hot knife through butter, literally, and he crumples and starts to smolder and smoke as he just kind of dies right there in front of you. One hit.
Can I move 10 more feet?
You have, yes, because you have 10 more.
To the east.
Like right there?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes, please.
You just sort of step over the smoldering remains of your enemy. All right. Siobhan.
All right. Let's try and figure out which one I wanted to do. I'm going to shoot a firebolt at. Well, I'm gonna
I'm
get
gonna
out of the
say,
first
hold on,
of all.
before you do that,
Yeah.
It's not
the horses are spooked. And they are starting to rear and buck. You've managed to stop the cart as the attack happened.
Okay.
There's no guarantee it's going to stay in place. So now, what would you like to do?
And Lupa's in there, isn't she?
Lupa is in the back, along with Kahavai and Sue.
Well, like the responsible thing would probably be unhook the horses, but I don't really want to be responsible. Because that would be my action, right? That
would be your action.
You do
as
you.
well as it would be your two options would be to either unhitch the horses or try to gain control of them using an animal handling skill check. So,
or I could just hop off of the wagon.
or you could throw caution to the wind and do whatever you want.
Oh God, I is probably ready to throw something at me.
I feel like you wouldn't have said that unless something is going to happen.
know.
Don't metagame it.
I know. No.
Do whatever Siobhan would do. That's what I'm going to tell you.
Do what? Yeah.
Whatever Siobhan
Siobhan
would
is.
do.
Yes, I know, and that's why Kahava is going to yell at me. Okay, Siobhan is all hyped up on everything that's happening around her, so she jumps out of the thing towards. So I'm on the ground. I'm still at the bottom of the cliff, but I'm by the cliff.
Okay.
And you said it's only about 5 feet up, so I should I can see over it and stuff, right? Like I could.
You can see it. So at this point, it's more like 8 feet up because
Okay.
it's getting higher the further south you get. But you can still see yes, you know roughly where the knoll is. That
Okay. I was gonna say I could always go north a couple feet if I needed to get a clear.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll do that. I'll go up 10 feet north. About there. Yep.
Okay.
And I'm going to shoot. Is G2 still alive and kicking, right?
G2 is very much alive and kicking.
All right. I am going to firebolt that thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
He would have a little bit of cover because of his elevation, so like a +2 to his armor class. But go ahead and roll to hit.
16.
Let's see. That unfortunately does not hit.
Oh,
so
no.
your firebolt splatters against the rock, leaving a sear mark and sparks as it sort of fizzles off.
That's sad.
Yeah, he's kind of standing behind a rock, and you're below him, and so he's kind of got. You can only see like half of his body.
Okay. Okay, you know what? That's enough out of you. Siobhan doesn't care. Siobhan is trying to focus and failing. Clearly.
Anything else out of Siobhan?
I mean, I can't run back and grab the horse, can I? At this point?
You can run back, but you can't take any action to try to soothe or calm the horses. So.
Okay, I will.
Unless you have some action surge, bonus action type thing, which.
I don't think I do. I don't think I'm that good. So I am going to just, if I have however much movement I have to get back to try and get in front of the horses as best I can.
So you've moved 10, so.
Oh,
So you
I
could
don't
get
think that's gonna work.
here.
So I have some meta magic, but I don't know how to use it. So if I make an attack roll for a spell and I miss, I can spend 2 sorcery points to re-roll my d20. So could I use
Oh,
that again to try and hit him with the firebolt? Is that what that means?
I think so. Yeah, as long as you have. How many sorcery points do you have? Let's see.
I have 3 right now.
Okay, yeah, you can totally do that.
Because I haven't
Yeah.
used, and I have 3. Yep, that didn't work. Okay.
Okay,
So
What'd you
it's
get?
worth a try. Though.
What'd you get?
what did I get? I got I got an 11, which is lower than what I got before. So if my last one didn't hit, I'm guessing that the 11 did not help.
No, looking for a 16 to hit. So
Wah, wah.
okay. That was meta magic. You still have movement. You still want to try to
Yeah,
move.
so I'll go back to what I was trying to do before. I'll go in front of them.
Okay.
Probably get trampled, but it'll be we'll see what happens. We're just gonna go with it.
I think standing in front of a spooked horse is a very wise thing to do.
Yep.
I agree. I think that Siobhan is making some really awesome choices right now.
All right. Chuck, just above you, sorry, no tongue, just above you, Noel comes up and attacks from above. Ooh, did he? He gets advantage for being on higher ground, right?
I think so.
All right. Good thing too, because the first one missed, but the second one didn't. All right. He takes a
Good thing.
long spear with a jagged-looking flint blade on it, point on it, and jabs it down into you, and it just sort of kind of grazes down the center of your back. 4. Ooh. 7 points.
I activate my cloud rune and make his spear attack go past me into the knoll number 2.
What just
Nice.
happened? What?
So, what I say? 2 points of damage? Is that what?
Yeah. No.
7. All right. Yeah. So,
What?
yeah. So he's just bewildered as you sort of just almost vaporize and turn into this mist-like as the runes on your are the runes on your flesh, or are they like tattoos or
armor.
yeah, so on your armor just sort of cause the spear to pass straight through you, and it gouges the side of the knoll in front of you, and he's like, "Arr?" And the knoll in front of you is like, "Arr." And yeah, 7 points of piercing damage.
Crazy.
Dang, man. All right. Okay. Noel Scout in front of you, Fergus, swipes at you with his short sword. No, he's gonna bite at you. It doesn't matter because he misses, but his jaw opens, slathering saliva coming out, and just like kind of hear the snap of his teeth clicking together as you manage to duck out of the way just in time. Okay. No tongue, the knoll in front of you. 17 hit.
Yeah, but did he do his strength?
The one you killed is the one that needed
Oh,
to make
that's
a
right.
strength.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. I forgot.
So
Yep. Okay.
spear
17
lashes
hits.
out. All right. 8 points of piercing damage. The spear lashes out. You gonna take it, or you got something else fancy to do?
Yeah, I make him instantly blow up.
I use Rune of Fey Ancestry.
With the chaser of Tiny Hut.
Yep, and Cloak of Billowing. All right. Okay, now finally, Soog.
Soog.
You hear all this commotion going. There's clearly a battle going on outside.
Yep. Forgetting all about the pan flute that he had in no tongue, no chuck.
No chuck.
All the excitement ago, and hearing the blow. What did it sound like? No tongue. What did the pan flute sound like? No tongue has no idea. Sue heroically sticks her head out the front of the wagon where Siobhan exited in the direction of the flute. I'm probably not high enough, even on the wagon, to see over the ridge, huh?
I mean it's hard. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So looking up, can't really see anything up there. So turning and looking, like, oh, there's one right there. Oh, the front. I'll come off the where the horses are.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you staying on the
I'll
seat
stay
of
on
the
the
wagon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, oh, and oh man, I wish.
Are we waving at each other? Hi.
Sugi's judging you. And we'll cast Guiding Bolt on the close knoll right there.
Okay.
Is it a ranged attack or is it just a spell? Ranged spell attack, so that's a disadvantage, huh?
Yeah, because you're within melee range.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Should have got out the back. All right. So first one is an 18-second roll is a 20, so 18.
Ooh, that hits.
All right. Damage is what is that? 3, 7, 8, 9, 10 radiant damage.
Yeah, nice. Okay. Okay.
And next person has advantage attacking that. No.
Very good. Okay, yeah. So the bolt of light from Soog's hand strikes the knoll, splashes across his chest. He's like, and he's sort of outlined almost in this shimmering white, radiant light, just sort of making him stand out and just seem to come into sharp focus for those who are standing right close to him. So,
Yep.
cool.
So we'll look at him and
What
go,
else?
ah! And then, yeah, that's it.
Okay. Okay. No tongue. As you're kind of looking between these two, oh, those dudes should have had advantage on their attacks against you. By the way, doggone it. As you're looking between these two knolls that you're sandwiched between, and the third one just off a large knoll with leather armor that is covered in a necklace of the skulls of his enemies, kind of rises up from the uppermost part uh, of the ridge, and with one mighty leap jumps down right next to the other one and strolls almost casually over to where you are.
My wild horses aren't looking so bad.
Yeah.
he kind of, as he's coming, he's sort of waving around a glaive, easily as long as yours, but the blade of it seems to be the shoulder blade of some creature that you just can't identify, and it's brown and glossy with some sort of tempering and polish, perhaps having been soaked in the blood of his enemies. And he raises it above his head, brings it down right to where you are, and you manage to step aside as it strikes the ground. He raises it up again and jabs it out straight at you for a 18. I'm sure that hits.
It does, yeah.
All right. And he does 2, 5 points of slashing damage.
I'm just gonna do it because I already rolled. All right, so I'm gonna reduce the damage by. I'm using Stone's Endurance as a reaction.
Yep.
Which I still have because that was the other reaction was in this.
No,
Are
you're
we
good.
on round 2? Okay. As a reaction, reduce damage dealt to you by 1d12 plus 2. I rolled a 10 plus 2. So that's 12.
Yep.
So
That takes all the damage.
There you go.
Okay. All right. So his blade, which would have slashed right across your side, glances off as your skin sort of takes on the stony characteristics and hardens even as the threat approaches. Good deal. Kahava, your go.
So I'm still in the wagon with Lupa, right?
Correct.
Yep.
And is the wagon feeling like it's going to run down the hill or something? Like, because you had mentioned horses were spooked.
You can see out the front, so you can see the horses. You see Sug there doing battle. You see Kahavai kind of getting in position to maybe at least stop the horses, trying to grab the reins. The wagon itself is kind of lurching a little bit. It's not like any immediate threat of bolting that you feel like, but it's
Okay. Then I am going to poke my head out of the front of the wagon by the chairs, and I'm going to. How far am I from the dudes that have no tongue surrounded?
so. So you're 25 feet from G2, and at this point, you're almost level with them because you're up on the wagon, so you can
Okay.
get a pretty clear.
I'm going to throw a dart at that one over by Chuck.
Okay. Roll to hit.
And that is a 14 plus 4 is 18.
Yeah, that hits.
And that is a 3 plus 4 is 7 points of damage.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
And then
As let's say, as his attention is fixed on Chuck, and he sort of has this smug sort of, "Oh yeah, you're in trouble now, Mister," because the pack lord has arrived. Your dart just strikes him right in the neck, and uh, as the blood starts to leak out of his neck, he just sort of like looks back and what just happened, and he just collapses on the ground.
yay. Cool.
Yeah.
I am going to then duck back into the covered wagon with Lupa.
Okay. All right. Very good.
And
So, yeah, Kavai pops out, throws a dart, kills a knoll, pops back in. Very good. Okay, Fergus Jr.'s go.
All right, he's gonna do his bite.
At
the one
advantage.
right there.
With advantage.
With advantage, yep.
Well, I got a natural 20 the first time around, so
Yeah, that's
Oh,
22.
nice.
and
Yeah.
23.
Okay.
Oh, plus 3.
So then it is
No, it's plus 2.
Double
what?
dice. Roll twice as many dice.
One
Yep.
And damage of 6.
Total?
Yeah.
No, wait. You
Wait.
said he can roll 2 dice?
Yeah, roll twice as many dice.
Yeah, you roll the damage dice twice.
All right. Second time was 2.
So 8.
So 8.
All right. Any strength modifier?
Not that I see.
Okay.
No.
Ah. Wait, hold
Yeah.
on. Dadgummit.
Splats.
No,
Oh,
I messed up.
that splats. Does he
There
identify
we
as
go.
a
All
splat?
right. Well, okay, yeah, like it splats because he was. I'm pretty sure he was right there. I think he had 9, and you rolled an 8, so I'll give you +1.
Hey.
So yeah, Fergus Jr. just enraged leaps at the throat of the scout and just rips it out, dropping him. So cool. Anything else from Junior?
Nope.
Okay. From out of the bushes charges a knoll, and as he gets into Fergus Jr.'s range, he can take an attack of opportunity.
Fergus Jr. can?
Oh, I can?
Fergus Jr. can. Fergus Jr. can.
Okay.
Is that with advantage since he's by his...
It is because of his pack, whatever.
ally?
Hmm.
All
Okay,
right.
roll
That's
again.
19 on the first one.
That'll hit.
Well, I was going to
Yep.
say, yeah. It probably don't need another one then.
Well, no, roll, see if it's a crit.
3.
Nope.
What?
Roll that again.
Okay. Yeah, roll damage.
Yeah, no. 3 is the damage.
All right. Yeah, Fergus nips at a calf as he runs by, and he runs around to the back. Kahava, you see this knoll face just sort of peer in and look around, and his eyes fix on Lupa. Okay, Fergus, your go.
All right. So Fergus is going to use his short sword. He's going to move backwards towards the one that's behind the wagon.
Okay.
And he's going to strike at... And he missed. He got a 2.
Well,
Yes, he did.
7, actually.
still probably not it.
Yeah, that's not gonna hit.
So he
Okay.
probably tripped over a root or something.
Yep. Yeah, Fergus just sort of reacts to what he sees the knoll doing, runs up, takes a swipe, the knoll steps aside, missing. Okay. Anything else, Fergus?
No, that's it for Fergus.
Okay. This knoll moves here. Fergus Jr. No, you've already had your reaction. He's going to take a swipe at Fergus Jr. with his short sword, and he's going to miss. And that's going to be his round. All right. Bom, bom. Okay, how you guys doing? We're at the top of the 3rd round. Can we keep going, or do you want to pause till next week and finish it up?
I'm alright. How's Steph and Megan?
I'm still good for a minute.
Okay.
Chuck, how about you?
Yeah, I'm good, but Stephanie's off screen, so what did she say? Let's listen for snoring.
I said let's go another round.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, all right. Okay.
Yeah, this will be easy.
Yeah, I'm off screen because my thing freezes whenever I turn my camera on. So
Wah, wah.
All right. No tongue, the knoll that's still off to your northeast on higher up, kind of one level up from you, draws back, lets an arrow loose at you for a total of 21.
Whew.
And oh wait, not that one. Wrong one. 9 points of piercing damage as the arrow flies at you and kind of catches your scalp and leaves a gash across the top of your head.
Cool. I'm so glad we continued.
Okay. Now it's your turn, No Tongue. Like this hulking, beastly knoll with this bone glaive swinging around in front of you.
All right. So my first thing I'd like to do is roll second wind.
Do it.
It's my bonus action.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a 7 plus 3, so that restores 10 of my hit points.
Okay. Good deal.
Wait, let's see. Apply changes. Good, that worked. All right. And then I would like to attack. Wow. Attack G4, I think.
Okay.
Is he hurt? No, G2 was the one hurt, right? And then Kahavai took him down.
Yep.
Okay, all right. So I'm going to attack G4. It's a plus 6. Well, I rolled a 17 plus 6, so that, right?
That
You said
hits,
16. Yeah. Okay. So that's 1d10 plus 4.
And you're vaporizing like
7.
7. Okay.
All right. And then I have a special reaction. It's not a bonus. It's second wind.
Second win.
What? I
Is that
didn't
like
use this.
second breakfast?
you did second one right off the bat. with
You
your
did second
Oh no!
wind.
I'm sorry. Action surge.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Okay.
sorry. Yep.
Basically,
Is
a
it a
second
bonus
win.
action?
It says, this is what it says. It says special.
Yeah.
You can take one additional action on your turn. This can be used one time per short rest. It doesn't say any type of bonus action or reaction.
Okay, do it.
We can look it up. I'm just reading what it says here. It says
Do it.
special. Same as the runes.
You're special. So
Thank you. All right. So I'm gonna attack. He's still up. G4. How's he looking?
Oh yeah. I mean, he looks fine. How are you feeling?
What? I just did 7 points of damage to him.
He's good. Like, he's okay. Whatever.
Just a flesh wound.
Yeah. Oh, that's a 10.
10 total to hit.
Yeah, 10 total.
Yeah. So you lash out with your glaive, kind of slash him across the chest. He looks down at it. You go for a second attack, and he just sort of like knocks it away with his spear.
Dang it!
Ready to go.
That ends my turn.
That ends your turn. Siobhan, horses in front of you are kind of, their eyes are wide, their mouths are open, their bits are kind of in their mouth. They're like you're not sure what they're gonna do.
Well,
at this point.
I'm distracted again, so I'm gonna go ahead and just leave poor Lupa with the runaway carriage, most likely. So, I am going to cast a spell on the big dude. Is it N1? Is that what he is
Yeah.
there?
Yeah.
Okay, so because of the height, do I need to get up there? I have 60 feet range, 60-foot range.
Is it like what spell are you going to cast?
Ray of Sickness.
Yeah, you need to get up there.
Okay. Can I get up there from where I'm at?
Um, you definitely have the movement. Make a athletics check.
17.
Oh, yeah, you're good. So,
Yeah.
like, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, so you can get right there and you kind of drag yourself over the top. You're winded, but your muscles are burning, but you've made it to the top. Ray of sickness. What do I do? Is it a Constitution save?
So I need to hit, and then it says on a hit, the target takes 3d8 poison damage and must make a
Ooh.
Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, it is also poisoned until the end of my next turn.
Ooh, okay. So try to hit him.
21.
That hits. So roll damage.
3, 7, only 8. But hey, better than nothing.
Right. He makes a Constitution saving throw. What's the DC on that?
14.
Okay. He fails.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I get to is it a new 3d8 on my next turn? Is that what it is?
I don't know.
It just says on a failed save it's also poison until the end of my next turn.
I would think it would be another round of.
I just didn't know
I think he just gets disadvantage on
Attack rolls and ability checks.
because
Yep,
he's
there you go.
poisoned. Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
So it doesn't do any more direct damage, but disadvantage on attack rolls, that's a
huge.
bummer.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, okay. Good deal. So, yeah, Siobhan scrambles to the top. No tongue. You see her grab and pull herself over the top, and then she concentrates and comes to a sense of calm, and this greenish, sickly-looking ray strikes the Knoll Pack Lord, and he just sort of like, if his fur could kind of turn green, he would, but you sort of see his eyes go like, oh. You can kind of see it in his eyes that he's not feeling good right now. So, anything else?
No. I'm just gonna chill.
Chill out.
Take a break.
All right. All right. Chuck, the Knoll who just swiped away your attack with his spear, jabs down with you and at you with his spear. It connects for 5 points of piercing damage. They're rolling. They're rolling pretty good right now.
Yeah.
All right. Soog, your go.
So, gonna.
Sorry, Sid.
All right, gonna position herself between Lupa and the dude. Actually, no. Yeah, let's do it. Said it, so let's do it.
Right
and
there.
then spiritual weapon
Nice.
behind him, using up our last second level spell slot. Oh, I gotta roll. 15?
15 should hit. I don't know what to. So where's your spiritual weapon?
Right behind, on the other side, so it'll be on the west of this one I'm next to.
Okay.
And it's a slightly bigger no tongue. Making a funny face.
All right. I don't know what to. I'm gonna grab this, whatever this is, a tent.
Yeah.
Boom. That's your spiritual weapon.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay. So 15 hits. What was the damage?
4 force damage.
All right. Okay. Slightly bigger no tongue. Headbutts the Knoll scout in the back of the head. All right.
Yeah.
Do anything else?
Since that's a bonus action to cast an attack with spiritual weapon, can I do a sacred flame with my action?
You can.
All
Yeah,
right.
absolutely.
And and then sacred flame, dexterity saving throw 13.
Okay. Kind of like as he is like thrown forward by the force of the spiritual weapon, your sacred flame right over his head, almost on accident.
And then,
okay.
She'll stick her arms out and like,
gotta go through me first, buddy.
Okay.
All right. Noel Packlord takes a step right here, so he has advantage on No Tongue. No Tongue, take an attack of opportunity.
$19.
19 hits.
Yay!
Yeah.
9. 9 points of damage.
One shot it.
Nice.
All right. Okay. First attack with the glaive comes down, slams into No Tongue. 4.
Is it with disadvantage?
It's with no, actually it's with advantage. No crits.
Even with my poisoning?
Oh, it is with disadvantage. So
one roll.
Yeah, got
he rolled a 19 and a 17. So they both hit. But he had advantage, so it would cancel out. So the first one would be the one that counted.
I get it.
Yeah, I know.
Tried.
I know. Well
but
done.
You're right. Always pointed out. So 7 points of slashing damage on the first one. Disadvantage. Still rolled a 16 plus 5.
Yep.
So that hits. So what was it? 7 points of slashing damage on the second. For what was the total there?
What, the total damage?
Yeah, 7. I rolled a 7 and a what?
Yeah, I took them off. When you said both numbers, I took the first one off and then the second one.
I know, but I'm keeping track of it separately.
I'm down to. Well, do you want me to say it?
What was the first damage I told you?
I took it off, and it's. Oh wait.
Well, tell me what I told you, because I'm
7 and 7. 7 and 7.
Okay.
No, I couldn't remember, but it was a total of 14.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say I think it was 7.
Yeah.
You're so difficult.
That's
He
why
just
you love me.
hear it out loud.
He's not that difficult. His AC is only like 15 or something.
We finally got beaten his big bad in like one round. He wants to.
I know.
He wants to relish this moment.
Ever. Oh my gosh! All right, Kahava, your go.
All right, so I'm gonna pop out of the wagon to that one that's right next to the wagon by the back. And I am going to punch him in the face.
Yeah.
That's a 19 plus 6, so 25.
That definitely hits.
Face.
And that is 2 plus 4, so that's 6 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then I am going to, as a bonus action, do flurry of blows and punch him 2 more times, hopefully. And that's 11 plus 6, 17.
Oh,
That hits.
Yeah.
And that is a 4 plus 4, so that is 8.
Ooh.
oh man.
And then a natural 20 for the third one.
Oh, okay. Roll the damage dice twice and add your bonus once.
That is a 4 and a 3, so that's 7 plus 4 is 11.
Okay.
No.
Kahavai just leaps out of the back of the wagon. 3 quick blows right to the face. The snout is just bloody and crumpled, and he just sort of, his eyes kind of cross, and he just sort of. So,
Who? Sorry, I'm on my phone, so it's really, really tiny. Who all is around the wagon right now? Like, I know
Not
there's Fergus.
Siobhan pieced out.
Okay. Siobhan pieced out. So we got who?
so you have Sug and Fergus Jr., and then Lupa is in the back of the wagon.
And then one baddie to the west of Fergus.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to turn to Sug and say, keep Lupa safe. And then I'm going to get out of the wagon and I'm going to go climb up the hill over by where Siobhan is, because that's where the bad people are. There's more bad people and my friends are getting hurt. So, like, there is good. There is good where you have me. That's fine.
Go ahead and make an athletics check to get up the hill.
Sug's jaw is
I
a
might
gate
not make it.
as
That's
she
a
runs off.
7. What is my athletics? I'm gonna be struggling up this hill, guys. I spent too much. Wait, where is it? Spent too much energy doing something else, killing people. Yeah, that's a 9.
Okay, so you're not able to make it up the hill, but you're able to get right there. You kind of start to scramble up the hill and then sort of slide back down to the bottom. But you feel like next round you'll be able to.
I was gonna say, like, at that point, aren't you tall enough to, like, where you're halfway up that
It's just stress level. She can't get up it.
Just killed someone. Like, slow.
It's loose dirt. It's this chalky dirt, sandy substance.
It's like you're splashing on the kiddie pool, like, I'm drowning. Stand up.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Good thing Sue cannot see that. Sue still thinks you're cool.
Yep.
Mm.
All right.
Right.
Ferg Jr.
All right, he's gonna bite the 2,
Bite him.
G2. Well, first one is a 3.
He has advantage.
17 plus 2, 19.
That hits.
3.
Nope, just one. Just once.
3.
It was because you got a natural 20 last time.
3.
So 3 piercing damage.
3.
Nice. Okay. Yep. Fergus Jr. leaps up, grabs a hold of his arm, kind of shakes him off, but his teeth definitely pierce through the armor.
Yeah.
Anything else out of Junior?
Nope.
All right, Senior. What do you do?
He's gonna keep his short sword
Maybe hit him.
and try and hit him this time. 7
plus 5.
12.
That's not going to do it. So, yeah, your short sword like glances off his hide armor and just kind of deflects it with his shield. So
You're struggling there, friend.
I know. I am struggling.
Good thing you've hit Junior.
got Fergus Jr. That's right. He's an extension of you. Your soulmate.
At least somebody's doing work.
Right.
Yep. All right. Any movement or anything like that?
No, we're gonna stay put for right now.
Okay. All right. This knoll is going to take a swipe at you, Fergus. He's going to take a swipe at Fergus Jr. That little bugger's hit him. 18, I feel like, is going to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, wait. No, not that guy. That guy. What is that? A D6? Okay. For 5 points of damage with a short sword.
And Junior is down.
All right. Junior's down. Going to make him unconscious. All right.
Do pig. That'll do.
Oh, no.
Like you see the nose just like slashes out with a sword. Junior just sort of like looks up at you with his big, anime dog eyes and just closes them and just lays down at your feet. You can still see his ragged breath in his chest. He's not dead. So horses. I forgot to do the horses last time.
I was gonna say Sug and I don't think you guys are gonna be around much longer. I think you guys are gonna be off in the woods somewhere.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
My bad.
I've got +3 animal handling.
All right.
Sure, we'll be fine.
The horses, Stug and Fergus, you hear the horses just sort of and just sort of frothing and foaming and just as anxious as they can be. And they move. Let's see.
Oh.
We're gonna go ahead and move.
Oh, no.
They bolt, and they're trained to follow the road, and so that's what they do.
Bye. Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad. Oh. I mean, at least you're with her.
Man, that punchy lady was doing really good.
You sort of
I wonder how much for.
to make a dex save.
Yep. 17.
Okay. You're thrown. You managed to throw yourself backwards instead of being thrown forwards out of the cart. You managed to throw yourself backwards so you're able to stay in the wagon, but you are prone on your back. You feel the wagon as the horses bolt that direction, and that's as far as they're able to get at this point. So, okay. It's getting pretty close to 11 for you guys. I'm good. I don't have to go to work tomorrow, so your call. Top of the round.
I think that's a great place to pick it up next time.
Agreed.
Can we see the next? Who's up next?
What's on second?
Knoll. One of the Knolls is up.
I think the ones around you.
G3?
If I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, I think G3 is up.
Oh, is it? But is it?
But
is it?
It stands triumphantly. Although there is no breeze, its cloak begins to billow dramatically as it draws its bow.
Okay. I see it billow, and I jump on my own glaive.
All right. My goodness.
Good deal.
This was fun, guys.
It was.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Thank you, dudes.
Yeah.
Oh no, thank you. I had fun.
Next
Enjoyed
Thursday,
it.
we're good.
Right.
Yes.
Cool.
So I've got next Thursday's open. The 25th is Thanksgiving,
Yep.
Oh yeah.
but I'm a real fan, so I'll probably play on Thanksgiving if you want to. But
I was gonna say by this
Oh.
late, we'll all be on like second dinner, right? Like that's
Yeah,
leftover
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Leftovers and D&D. I mean,
But it'll be a
It'll be the best.
tryptophan
yeah,
coma.
right.
Yeah,
A half-hour session, if that.
Yeah. We'll all
we're
take
still
turns
looking
being
for
principal.
Sug and the cart that ran off because Siobhan decided to abandon the horses instead of calming them down.
I love it. I'm all about it.
Totally.
It's so good. I'm so happy.
Totally.
Thank you guys so much.
What happened to your
Yeah.
spirit creature?
Who's spirit creature?
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, we
spiritual
forgot
weapon.
about your spiritual weapon.
No, it's hanging out there. It's just